The truth about daytime encounters. Our best encounters weren't at midnight, they were in broad daylight. And that's exactly why they're harder to dismiss. Because when something happens at night, people have a list of excuses ready. Shadows, headlights, a tired mind, a scared mind, a mind that wants a story. But when it happens in the middle of the day, when the sun is up and your eyes are working properly, that list gets a lot shorter. So let's talk about it. Daytime encounters. The ones nobody expects. The ones that don't fit the myth. The myth, ghosts only come out at night. We've been trained to believe the paranormal belongs to darkness. Midnight, abandoned buildings, flickering torches, a single candle. It's cinematic, it's creepy, and it sells. But it also creates a bias. If you only look at night, you only collect night data. And if you only collect night data, you start thinking night is the only time it happens. That's not evidence, that's habit. The truth is simpler. If there's activity, it doesn't wait for your preferred atmosphere. It doesn't check the clock. It doesn't care if it's spooky enough for a thumbnail. It happens when it wants. Why night creates false positives? Night investigations are a perfect factory for mistakes. First, visibility. Your eyes are guessing. Even with night vision, you're not seeing the world as it is. You're seeing a filtered version, flattened depth, odd reflections, bright spots that bloom, dark spots that swallow detail. Second, sound. At night, the world is quieter, which means every tiny noise feels bigger. A pipe tick, a building settling, a distant car, a fox, a bird. Third, psychology. Fear is a multiplier. When you're tense, your brain fills in gaps. It connects dots that aren't connected. It turns a maybe into a definitely. And the biggest one, expectation. If you're out at midnight, in the dark, with a camera rolling, you're already primed. You're hunting for something. That doesn't mean nothing happens at night. It means night is where weak evidence goes to hide. Why daylight removes excuses. Daylight is brutal. It's honest. Clear sightlines, natural color, depth perception. You can see the whole room, not just the edges of it. If a door moves, you can check the hinges. If a curtain shifts, you can check the window. If you see a figure, you can actually describe it. Height, clothing, distance, direction. And if you can't describe it, that's a clue too. Daylight doesn't make the paranormal more likely. It makes your observation more reliable. It removes the easy exits. No Raz, it was too darker. No Raz, it was just a shadow. No Raz, the camera couldn't focus. And that's why daylight encounters often carry more weight. Not because they're more dramatic, because they're harder to explain away. Our best daylight moments, 2 quick examples. I'll tease 2. And if you want the full breakdowns, I'll do a follow-up. Example 1, the door handle. Middle of the day, no wind, no storms, no dramatic weather, just quiet. We're in an old building with thick walls, the kind of place that stays cold even in summer. We're filming continuously, wide shot, no cuts, no tricks. And we watch the door handle turn. Slow, deliberate, not a rattle, not a shake, a full turn like a hand is on it. We check everything. Drafts, loose latch, pressure changes, nothing. And the thing that sticks with me isn't the movement, it's the intent. It didn't look random, it looked like someone trying the door. Example 2, the footsteps. Again, daytime. We're calm. We're not whispering for effect. We're not trying to spook ourselves. We hear footsteps cross a wooden landing, 3 steps, a pause, then 1 step back. Not running, not stomping, measured. Like someone realized we were there. We check the building. No one upstairs, no loose boards, no animals, and the sound is clean. Directional. Not a creak. Footsteps. What changes in you during the day? This is the part most people ignore. In daylight, you're different. You're not in survival mode. You're not jumpy. You're not whispering because the dark feels alive. You're calmer, more objective, more willing to say, I don't know. And that matters. Because good investigation isn't about being convinced. It's about being careful. Daylight makes it easier to be careful. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If there is something there, and I'm not saying there always is, it doesn't care what time it is. It doesn't perform on demand. It doesn't wait for your bravest voice. It doesn't show up because you bought a new gadget. Activity happens when it wants. And sometimes the most unsettling moments happen when you feel safest. That's why daylight encounters can hit harder, because you've got less adrenaline, less theater, less excuse. Practical tip, how to do a daytime investigation properly. If you want to do this without fooling yourself, do this. Start with a baseline. Walk the space. Note drafts. Note loose doors. Note traffic noise. Note pipes, electrics, and floorboards. Film continuously. No cuts. No trust me moments. Wide shot first, then close-ups. Use natural light where possible. Don't darken the room for mood. Mood is not evidence. Log the time and conditions. Weather, wind, temperature, who is present, where everyone is standing. Don't narrate your fear. Narrate your facts. Say what you see, what you hear, what you can't explain, and what you can. Try to disprove it. If you want real credibility, your first job is to rule out the normal. That's how you get evidence that holds up. Subscribe for more. And comment below. Have you ever seen something you couldn't explain in broad daylight? Because if you have, you already know. Night isn't the only time the world gets strange.